YouTube, what the crap's going on? I forgot to switch the scene over. Better not keep doing that. There we go. Alright, so we're going to jump back into this DEI Carthage campaign. If you did not catch me saying it on the last episode, which I did, the Himyar campaign is not gone. I have not forgotten about it. There's a reason that you will understand soon that I am delaying it. I can't tell you why just yet. Just hang in there. If you like that campaign, don't worry, it'll come back. I am still working towards the goal of trying to get consolidated into one campaign at a time, because my goal is to start doing one campaign at a time that is very focused, where it comes out basically every day, and that way it moves faster and the interest level can stay, whereas, you know, doing it this way where they only come out every few days, I think it unfortunately kind of diminishes interest in it. So that's what I'm going to try. If it doesn't work, that's fine. We'll switch back, but I just want to give it a shot, see how people like it. Anyway, let's kind of keep looking on through here. We're trying to get Hannibal over to Hibernia, and it has been quite the challenge logistically because I have to deal with the supply system, which is kind of fun. You know, it adds another layer in there. I don't dislike the supply system at all. My money is down quite a bit because I have a lot of armies in the field, so I'm assuming that it's costing me to supply them or something like that. I don't know. So we do need to get our money back up. We are about to drop an army right out here outside of Apollonia. I wonder if I have trade with these. I do. You know what? So if I attack them, we better look at my trade income, because I might be about to throw myself in a financial spiral. Yeah, we better look at that before I make an idiot mistake here. Yeah, that's pretty risky. I make a lot of money off my trade with Athens, a decent chunk off Epirus, and that is the only ones I'm trading with. So technically I could survive it, because my trade with the Messazeli, the Lusitani, the Gaiatuli, and the Cimbri is enough to outweigh it. So it's still a bit of a risky move. Like, I could start losing money. It's the army upkeep cost right here that's just absolutely massive. So yeah, I have a lot of armies out there right now, and very expensive ones at that. Questioning whether or not I should do this just yet. Is Sparta allied with any of these folks? Let's see what their allegiances are. They are not. Well, yeah, they are. So they're defensive allies, so I would probably end up at war with them, but they don't like me anyway. Gaetuli. Epirus is starting to mellow on their feelings towards me. Athens already dislikes me because of expansionism. So, I mean, this is probably a writing on the wall scenario one way or the other. They'll turn on me eventually. So we might as well get in here and take care of business, I think. So yeah, we'll do it. I think I need to end the turn, though. It's a good thing we have a little money saved. We probably ought to keep it that way, just in case we go negative for a few turns or something. Looks like it's kind of popping up and down based on the season, too, which makes sense. I think that there's a little more in-depth seasonal effects in this mod. And then I also think there's impacts from having your troops out in the field. Like, supplying them may cost you more. I don't remember exactly what all it is, but this mod definitely has a few other, you know, kind of nooks and crannies to it.
The spirits of our ancestors.
No, don't think so, Cimbri. And if they broke their trade with me, that would actually be kind of bad. Hidden agent exposed. Desert routes blocked during the summer. Okay, so that's interesting. Like, there's certain seasons you have to really watch out for what you're doing. I like that. It's pretty neat. They have a fleet defending their port, so I can't just drop straight in their port. Let's go ahead and drop. So we're trespassing on Epirus. We are getting supplies from the supply ship, though. So what we need to do, we can go ahead and attack the port settlement at Apollonia, and this is going to throw us into a big honking war. and then we'll send those supply ships back to grab this army. But once we attack the port at Apollonia, it'll pull these guys onto the land and should free us up to get the job done. I'm actually going to go ahead and sail this navy back to here. That's going to take the supplies away from these guys, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be able to attack straight away, and we're not going to leave them without supplies in foreign territory. I'm not going to call my allies to help. Athens and Sparta join the war. So here we're going to hit Epirus. They have a Greek garrison, hoplites, citizen militia, some ships. Yeah. So let's go ahead and assault. Get to see our Apulian heavy infantry, Sacred Band cavalry, Sacred Band infantry, crossbowmen. We have a lot of outstanding units in this army, and it's part of what's costing us some very big upkeep. And I will lose the trade, obviously, that I just had with those folks. This is fun, though. It'll plunge us into a big war, and it'll make things interesting. I think going into all these big wars at once may be a way to kind of create a bigger challenge for me here late in the game, instead of steamrolling one faction at a time, which is the obvious safer route. I really do love this mod. It is fantastic. It really... I mean, I like the game in general. I could still play Vanilla Rome 2 with a few mods on it, like just smaller mods, but this is a great overhaul mod. I've never enjoyed an overhaul mod as much as I have this on any game, for that matter. So this one has been a big time plus in my mind. This Sacred Band is some great infantry. I'm going to back them up with an elephant and some Carthaginian cav, and then I'm going to put my crossbows over here and guard them with my Sacred Band cavalry. And then we'll put my general to work with my Apulian heavy infantry. Let's go ahead and start. Crossbows, I'm going to leave them on fire will and skirmish just in case I, lose my train of thought. I don't want them to get bum rushed. Let's go ahead and move these guys up. Where's the fleet coming in at? Okay, it's over there, so we're safe. Let's move these 4 guys there. Let's put 2 of these guys. Whoa, hang on. What all's getting off the ships? They got a lot of guys getting off the ships. Let's make sure we have enough Apulian heavy infantry to handle these guys. It might not hurt to have a little more cavalry over here, to be honest. I'm gonna pull these Carthaginian cav here. They got a long haul, but I'm gonna start bringing them that way. The AI will probably just try and fall back to the city center. Okay. We'll try and keep pressure. I will zoom in and get you some close-ups soon enough. For now, I'm just going to kind of move my troops in. Let's see what they're going to do over here on the beach. Got Agrianian axemen coming off. Assault ships. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move in. I'm going to actually take these guys out of formation attack so they can wrap units better. My cavalry's still got a long ways to go before it's going to be in support range. Let's kind of pull back here. Okay, so my Apulian heavy infantry is going to get into it here. Just as soon as I can, I'm going to attack this Agrianian axemen. They're not technically off the boats yet. I can get an attack order there and here. They've still got some missile ships waiting offshore for me here. I still can't attack the Agrianian axeman general. I'm all over him. But they still have a couple of guys on the boat, so I can't issue an attack order until they're all off. There it goes. Okay, my Apulian heavy infantry is just wrecking these guys on the beach. They have javelins, and they are just tearing these guys up. Let's bring my general up. Yeah, so we are wrecking our enemies on the beach. I'm going to pull these crossbows up and let them get some shots. Let's bring the Sacred Band cav up. Okay, Carthaginian cav does not look like it's actually going to be needed. Okay, we've kind of caught these units here. Let's use our general to get over here. What is this unit here? The Thurio spears that got off the boats. They're getting shredded by my Apulian heavy infantry. They are certainly overmatched in this fight. But the Thurio Spears putting up a pretty solid fight there. That's impressive. I'm going to bring my cavalry in to wreck the rest of these ships. They've got one more Thurios unit here that we'll need our infantry to deal with.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's let these Carthaginian cav go ahead and rest. Get these guys a rest too. And let's bring this Apulian heavy over to take care of the Thurios. And then let's check the rest of the map to make sure we're not getting assaulted elsewhere. These units are under fire. Let's pull back. And pull back here. My crossbows are firing away, and they are racking up some kills. So I'm going to let them continue to fire. Let's get our general away from their Thurio Spears. We got the attack order there. Bodyguard taking some shots here from the Greek javelins. Yeah, that Thurio Spear is going to get wrecked. It's only 45 men against 150 Apulian heavy infantry with upgraded weapons. And my bodyguard is going to be able to get these guys. They're a little slow. That's another Marine Archer, so I could take some damage on my general here. I'm going to actually just hit the Marine Archer real quick because it's going to get pinned against the shore, and then we'll finish chasing the Javelin, who's now probably on the edge of its missile range. We can take a lot of damage from those Javelins, though. But this will keep the Archer from shooting me in the back while I chase, and then we can just charge this guy now. Now that we've pretty much dealt with the Marine Archer. Yep, there we go. These Thurio Spears hold on longer than you would think. Let's get some close-ups on these sweet units. I love these Italian units. They look awesome. Big round shields, kind of like Samnite warriors. Doing a great job. Very cool. Like their unit cards a lot too, to be honest. Okay, the archers were caught. Those javelin kind of look like Agrianian axemen from the original game. Cool looking units. This mod has some impressive unit skins.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, that's just one of my infantry, so it's not a big deal. See what my crossbows are up to. I've just got them here firing at will from long range. At least they were. And they did get some wreckage in. They've, in fact, wrecked every unit that was in their line of sight. Let's see, one of my units is under fire. Whoa! Hello, Epirus! Epirus just came over here and attacked me because I'd been wailing on him so hard. That's pretty funny. That means we can push the town center over here. And we can push with these Sacred Band. Yeah, let's just push everything over here. And let's bring my general in to support this infantry fight, and let's see if we can. Well, we're getting a little. It says they're attacked in the flank here, so let's go secure this flank, and then we'll use this unit to secure the other. There's a lot more enemy units pouring in from over here, so we're gonna need to get cavalry behind these guys. So Sacred Band, let's get them called into action. Let's bring our elephants up to the town center as well. And we're going to go ahead and secure this flank. And then we're going to secure this flank right here too. I'm actually going to go into formation attack and secure this flank. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to move up. We've got our flank secure now, so that means that the Greeks just have to try and fight us head on, which I don't think they're going to be particularly well suited to do here. And we can get our general up right behind these guys. I probably should have used that earlier, but... Okay, we have Sacred Band cavalry coming up behind. There is a Greek citizen militia here. It's not brace, so let's give it a quick charge with the Sacred Band cavalry. I don't think it's going to be able to brace in time. They're going to get close. Let's just pull back out of that. Let's take these guys off. Fire at will. We need an Apulian heavy infantry to bust this citizen militia. I'll let it stay in formation attack. Gonna have to bring the Sacred Band cavalry around the other direction if we want to get to those skirmishers. Right now our Apollonia heavy infantry are... Ooh, that's not good. We're deadlocked in a fight with their guys. My general is taking some shots, so I'm gonna have to pull back. I think their morale ought to hold just fine. This guy ought to be able to tear down the citizen militia. And I am trying to move Sacred Band cavalry to the rear. I might be able to get shots over the buildings into some of these local archers. General's safe for now, so that's good. Definitely don't want to lose him senselessly. Yeah, my crossbows are firing up and over, and we're going to get lots of hits onto these guys, just wrecking that local archer unit. The crossbows are probably some of the best units from area of recruitment that I can imagine you can get. These guys are just an absolute wrecking crew. Citizen militia starting to waver, and my Sacred Band cavalry is coming around. And already a bit of wavering over here for the Greeks. Let's pull my general back up now that the archer threat has been somewhat neutralized. I'm just going to pull this infantry back and let my cavalry mop this one up. Okay, my infantry morale is secure. The enemy morale is poor. And Sacred Band cavalry close-ups are necessary. These guys are looking awesome. Got the purple capes on some of them. These poor Greek villagers, valiant heart, but they are ill-equipped to take on this type of Carthaginian supremacy. The Sacred Band cavalry was a historical unit, as was Sacred Band infantry for Carthage. The Sacred Band infantry was not around anymore by the time of the Punic Wars, I don't believe. I believe it was gone before the Punic Wars. The cavalry, I don't know if they called it that, but it was not uncommon to have Carthaginian cavalry that were citizens on the battlefield. A lot of times they were mostly just the leaders of the cavalry units, but like I said, it was sometimes possible to have Carthaginian citizens actually riding into combat on cavalry. It was a rare thing because it was just their deal to hire mercenaries. That's just the way that Carthage handled their fighting. They were big time on having mercenaries doing their fightings. They were much more of a economic state than they were a warring state, kind of like Rome. They were seafarers. Now the interesting thing is, though, is the Romans were innovators. They were not good seafarers. And after getting beat by the Carthaginians so many times at sea, the Romans innovated the corvus, which was, I guess it's Latin for like a crow's beak or something. It was like a metal ramp that had these teeth on the end of it. And they would just slam it down into the Carthaginian ship as they came up alongside it, and then just run their better infantry across the ramp and kill the Carthaginians that way. Very intuitive, and then the Romans ended up capturing a pretty substantial Carthaginian fleet, and that was when it really turned the tide of the Punic Wars, when the Romans figured out how to keep up with the Carthaginians on the water, because that was a big time problem for them. And then I think there was one big disaster too, where Carthage lost a fleet to sea or something that was really badly needed to reinforce. So, interesting stuff to see the differences between some of these ancient cultures. So, we have a supply line now because we've actually captured a city in Macedonia. This is quite good, obviously. I'm going to tear that down. And we can now get this army onto the fleet, and we should be able to drop it. There we go. So now we've got two armies in Greece. So the invasion begins at Apollonia. It's going to be interesting here, though, because I've only got two armies. Sparta could try and end around me up here to the north, on the north of the Adriatic. So it's going to be interesting. We still need to hit Segestica with this army. Let's see. Norea has 12 units. And they're all up to snuff here, so I don't think what's left of this little Suebi army can actually retake Norea. This might be a good opportunity to just hurry up down here and take Segestica. I cannot get any area of recruitment cavalry. We can get mercenary Celtic riders, which is a medium horse maybe. It's either that or some mercenary Libyan cav, which I believe is a light horse. No, it's a medium horse too, maybe, I don't know. 1938-35, 1936-40. Looks like the Celtic horse is a little better. Let's pull it in. This is the army that has all the crossbows, which again is very, very handy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit Segestica. A kink is still back here. Oh crap, I didn't see that army back there. That could be a problem. Whatever the case is, we got to get back here and do something, because we don't want Sparta to be able to comfortably just give us problems in the north. In the northern parts of Illyria. So let's tear all this crap down. So the question would be what to do with this army. Maybe this one needs to go on and hit a kink, and this army can hit Rugion and collapse south. We're going to leave ourselves a little bit exposed to a counterattack here. No doubt about it. I should have had scouts up here so that I could scout ahead. This is a judge. Where did my scouts get off to? Let's find out. We got one here. Okay. Let's go scout Rugion. And let's see. My other scout's up in Britain. Do have a champion here, and this army's got quite a bit of chevronage, so let's just use him to scout at this point. And let's make a beeline for a kink. That way this army can focus on making sure Sparta doesn't try and lash out, or Athens up here past the Adar up to Patavium. That would be pretty bad. So we'll hold Segestica here, and we'll move towards a kink. Why did you just take some awfully... Oh my gosh. There was an enemy army in their way, and so they started marching the extremely long way around. So I just wasted a turn basically with that army. That's pretty annoying. I don't feel like reloading right now. Okay, so how close are we to an invasion up here? This is going to take quite a few turns to get these guys sailed around to where they need to be. So I'm just going to get Hannibal waiting in port here. Okay. That's a judge, and then we got my spy over here keeping an eye on the Abdonians. We can't move through the desert in the summertime right now, so that's been made clear to us by the chain of events that popped up, so we'll just have to hold. No need to declare war on these guys yet. I mean, I'd kind of like to. Well, maybe we should so that we can shore up this province. We'll see. Definitely don't want to train any more armies at the moment because I've stretched myself out so much on money. Let's see. Stonecutter and the Bricklayer. Cattle Ranch Inn. Emporion. Some of this stuff might be good to go ahead and be able to unlock, so let's go ahead and unlock it. Got an unassigned skill. Oh, that's the wrong screen to be looking for that. Nice going here. Alright, here we go. So let's see, this is a general. So far he's got mercenary connections, which is kind of cool. Don't know if he needs it really right now though. Let's go with Ferocious Warrior. Charge bonus, melee defense skill for all infantry. Weapon damage inflicted by missile units. That might be cool because we have all those crossbows. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and end this turn. Looks like our income is doing pretty good, considering we just cut a lot of trade with the Greeks. See what we come up with here.